So I'm going to carry on from where it kind of abruptly stopped the other day. But prep skin for makeup application. Okay. So when the boy got in the car and told me to switch the camera off, basically what had happened is he'd gone in, I'd found the ID, he'd gone in and they asked him what sort of form he needed, and he said, I need a change of circumstances form. And they said, yeah, but what kind of form? Like what for? And he's like, a change of circumstances. And he said it like a couple of times, like 3 or 4 times, and eventually he just got mad and walked out. And that's what they do. They get you to a degree of frustration and anger. You've got security guards watching you, so there's not an awful lot that you can do about it apart from walk out and see them take it out on somebody else, I guess. Woohoo! I got a few different things for my face because I've noticed that it's getting old and it needs a pamper. And I've never used soap. I mean, I just don't use soap. I have used soap in the past, but it was the Pears Glycerol soap, which I liked, but I don't use that anymore. I'm not saying I don't use anything at all, but I just haven't bothered with soap because I never liked it as a kid. When I was in care, they would literally put tons onto a flannel and scrub your face where your face was nearly bleeding, and I swore when I got a big girl that I would not use it, so I don't. So I came home and I actually had one of a form anyway, which he was able to use, and that was on Monday, I think. On Friday his tablets had come in, but he's had my car for a week and he still hasn't gone and got them. So we're quite shitty with each other because like, his toe's giving him jip at the minute, meaning it kind of feels like gout. Not that he would know what it feels like, but he doesn't have enough rich foods for it, so it must be an arthritic thing. And last night he rang me up at like 11:45 or something and said, Mum, I'm no good at fucking organising stuff. Can you please organise these things for me? He said, I need to look after my brother, and then I need to be able to go and get a scan, which means either the urgent doctors, which is like $88, or the hospital. And I said, well, you're not going to go to the hospital or the urgent doctors and be able to get that stuff done in a few hours before training at 3 o'clock. Not if you come in here at 12. And he's like, okay. And I said, well, but what you can do is you can pick me up. We'll go check how far. I can't see anything. I said, we'll go up, we'll have a check about your car, because people have been saying that it's still up on the hoist, which is not really good news. And I'm certainly not fucking paying for it at the minute. And I haven't got my car back. It needs the brakes doing on it. The oil could do with a going up. And if he's been riding around in it, it obviously needs the tyres pumping as well. So all of these sorts of things need doing in my own life. I haven't been at the house for at least maybe 7 days. I can't even remember, to be quite honest with you. This feels really weird. This is Countdown's Collection Primed and Ready Soothing Makeup Primer, but I presumed it would be really like a creamy colour, but it's not. It's more like a gel. It does make your face very, very smooth. Like it just glides kind of over. But because the last time I made a video was in the car, and when I had come home I slept for 2 days. That's one of the things that happens when your body can't cope with something, or you're too much in pain, and you're splashing around with your legs. Look at the state of my eyebrows. And then you get up and have a look at yourself and literally scream because it don't look good. You really don't look good. So my carer came this morning, and my son had turned up and went, "You ready, you ready, you ready?" And I said, yeah, we're just going into Mosgill though to like do your bits. And he's like, he just went nutty at me. He's like, "No, you said we were going to the hospital." And I'm like, "No, you can't go to the hospital because it's not worth going to the hospital. You're not going to get seen in the hospital for 2 hours and come home and be ready to go for training, because you could be there 6 hours. I mean, you don't know. You just don't know." Come on, I hung some scissors up somewhere. Oh, there they are. I keep sticking everything on my trees because they're just easier to see. And when I went to Countdown, all of these things had like 80% off it. So it ended up just being a few dollars for each thing. So I thought I'd get some. And see how it went, really. They need plucking. My underarms need waxing. And my legs, I say this constantly, they are so long that I can plait them, I can chalk them, and I can make a new style out of them because they just are so long. So I've been trying to get them done, but obviously not. Just obviously not. It just didn't happen. So I'm trying to be really patient with him having my car instead of his car, which I fucking hate, but I don't have an option at the minute, otherwise it stops his life from moving, and it's just gonna make him depressed, and I don't like my son or daughter getting depressed. my daughter did, I don't know where I was up to with it. She had, I think I was up to where I had explained that she had got ink on the dress. They did get it out because it was still wet, so she was really lucky. But obviously it came out of my money, so I was about $200 down all in all. And she didn't come and show me the dress. She sent a picture, but she didn't come and show me the dress. And didn't get ready here with her friends. So of course, being a mom and wanting to, you know, have those memories of, you know, what she looked like and how it all went and all that sort of stuff. I would have really liked, and it's like I've got to the point where I'm like, what the fuck? What's the point? What is the point of me collecting stuff to remember? Because I mean, at the minute my lungs are just black. I mean, I cough up, and I have just totally jet black lungs. And when I get stressed, I have a cigarette, which is the most dumbest asshole stupid thing that you can actually do. The vaporizer that I got, it spits at me like hot stuff to start with, so I don't think I'm actually using it. I don't think I'm using it properly, to be quite honest with you. And I would really like to, because it does, the vaporizer doesn't bother me of using it, rather than cigarettes, which, hey babe, which I absolutely hate. But yeah. I'm just gonna shut the door because I have the heater on. And I was saying that my carer came in this morning, and Akira and I were having a bit of a tantrum with each other, so she's only like 28, and she just comes in and she's like, get in the shower, and I'm like, I'm not getting out of the shower. I fucking hate showers, eh? Well, I hate baths as well, but it's not that, it's that I find that I'm just cold. You know, if you saw the shower, you'd understand. It like trickles, and getting undressed is not the nicest thing. So I went to have a look at one of those mirrors with the lights on, and they have like 10 times of the magnification, so I can actually do my eyelashes and put mascara on. Well, the mascara that's left in the house anyway. So I'm terrible, aren't I? I go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth on my stories. So my daughter had gone for her prom. Actually, Akira did most of the running round. He was absolutely wonderful to her. I presume she'd asked him, so I didn't let her down. And the next day she'd been really nice and said she's staying out for a bit and not to tell her dad because she spent so much time out, blah de blah de blah, and she'd got away with so much. And I said, look, you can't have both things. You can't have a mom who allows you to grow up and give you independence and let you go and stay out, as long as I know where you are, and then I want the stability and the money off your dad. You know, you can't do both of them. And on that night she came in, I was actually asleep, and she came in and went, hey, and I was like, oh hi, how you doing? And she's like, where's the phone? And I'm like, over there. And she goes, I'm ringing my dad to get a lift. The boy turned up with my car, my petrol, and took her home, and I just heard the door go behind her. There was no thank you for the last fucking 3 weeks. There was no thank you for the money and the running around and, you know, supporting me and blah, 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 blah. There was nothing. So, what's the point? I don't see the point of just getting upset just all the friggin' time anymore. It just hurts too much now. And the only reason I talk about it is that red thing gone on my nose. I can't see because the big mirror's up there and my back's sore now. So I know without a doubt that behind every closed door everybody has issues. I know that. I understand that. But unless you... Like they say to me that I always want for them to say, you know, oh, well done, Mum, thanks, Mum, you know, how are you, Mum? And they're like, you know, as a mum, you should just do it. No! As a mom, I should be allowed some respect, and they shouldn't tell me how to be a mom unless they're a fucking perfect child, to be honest with you. You know, no one comes and sits with me and does all that kind of crap, and that's okay. I've realised that I just must be a loner. I must just be one of those people. What am I looking for? It would be good if I actually got ready before. Like, I had to... Now, I'm most probably doing this completely wrong, but I'm sorry, it's because I can't see. I just can't see. I'm as blind as a bat. I love these. Look at these. These are, can you see them? They're like little teeny weeny balls. And you're meant to like dab. Oh, you know we've got the airport where like all the helicopters and airplanes go past, and someone actually died the other day. They were going down to Middlemarch and they crashed the airplane. I think he was 74. 74. That's so sad. So maybe it's fear. Maybe it's just like literally a fear that I experience. I mean, what is fear? It's something which you constantly wonder, you know, if somebody's a monster, if they're going to hurt you, if they're going to rip you off, of what's going to happen next, what are they going to tell you next, how are you going to deal with it. It's the fear of the unknown coming and biting you in the ass, I guess. Yeah, did you see the little ball fly? So, yeah, maybe it is fear of not knowing what happens afterwards, and I want to know. I'd like to be able to know what happens afterwards, and I'm kind of not at the minute. I can't find any spiritual outlet, whereas I can talk about my fears. Actually, the one thing that I do watch a lot of as I'm going to sleep is Buddhism. Where I got Buddhism, I don't know, but they just seem to be like so peaceful. I did say about going on a retreat where you take those hallucinogenics and see what comes out. I don't think my body would cope very well, do you? So, is it normal to have fear at this stage? When you're, you know, when you're bedridden, when you've got bed sores, when you're not getting the stimulation that you need every day to be able to come home and feel tired and have that natural that natural sleep that you really need. I have no idea what's in here. I have no idea what's in here. Concealer would be good, but I have no idea where that is either. So we're going to go for, I think, that one. I'll get there, don't worry. It's not coming off, is it? It's as dry as a bone. I think I need some white vinegar. Oh, this guy came yesterday to do something in the house. Oh my god, he was cute. He was like, he's only about 28, 30, and he was a mouldy boy, and he was just stunning. I'm allowed to say that, aren't I? Yeah. I'm allowed to say if somebody's attracts me. Not that I would attract him. I believe he has a a beautiful woman, and just in love. It must be nice. And right, so we got lipstick anyway. Another one. Oh, that little teeny one. I have no idea why I'm getting ready. I wish probably where it end up going. Is that the top? Oh, you knob. Really? Oh, shoot. Now, I could do this with like a massive mirror and big goggles on, but I guess after 50, you kind of know where your lips are, and you kind of know where your eyelashes are. So I just go if I feel. So I'm hoping this calms me down, just doing this. And maybe the poor dog, she needs a, she's been out a couple of times this week, but she really needs to go for a walk, and I really just don't want to go. Oh. I suppose that was quite fast considering it's on the blind side. So, it's my birthday soon, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I don't normally celebrate it, you know. I'm lucky if the kids come over for half an hour. Actually, Akira and I know we'll do something, you know. black as pen. But it'll be interesting to see if anyone actually friggin' remembers. Because the girl texted last night and said, "Can I use your big camera?" I'm like, first of all, no. Second of all, I have no idea where it is. I think your brother's got it. But, you know, I have to get myself whereas I can look in the mirror myself and enjoy what I'm looking at, because if you don't like what you're looking at in the mirror, then something's really wrong. And you can be as ugly as, and you can be as pretty as, but unless you can actually look at yourself, what's the point? Can't see anything. I keep saying that and I'm not doing anything about it, am I? And I wonder if men feel like that also. You know, I wonder if men get to the stage where they look in the mirror one day and go, "Oh my God, I've put weight on, you know, how the hell am I going to get a girlfriend? Oh fuck it, I don't care anymore," and bloody 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 blah. So yeah, I keep falling this morning. I'm for some reason I seem to be very dizzy. Ah, this one. This one. I got one. I'm going to have a coffee. I'm going to have a sit down. I'm going to see how bad this vlog turned out. And I told you, I am not editing too much of it. So I'm just going back to the way I used to have my hair. See if I can get it coloured again, because it dries the scalp out for me, so it doesn't constantly need, it just constantly doesn't need to be washed every single day, and I can just squeeze it up anyhow and it'll just stay like that. And this is why I go without washing it for, you know, 4 days at a time when I am in bed. I do that. I do that on purpose. So it just gives it, it's that side, it's annoying me that side. It's right. I've always had people tell me that my hair looks like a bird's nest. Literally, a bird nest. And it really doesn't bother me as much as it seems to bother everybody else. I think it's just that they go through fashion stages of it's meant to be straight, it's meant to be this, it's meant to be that. It's getting, I find it a lot nicer now. It's getting it's getting kind of longer. Right, it's not working, so it's gonna have to go up so it curls, I'm afraid, until I go out. Right guys, so that's a quick one. Let me know what fears, or if you do have a fear of a partner leaving you, the money changing because you've had to leave work, your children's expectations of you changing, and you're seen in a different light. Other than that, I'm going to grab a coffee and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch Star Wars, and after that I'm going to try very hard and take my son to the hospital because I'm a mug and I love them. Didn't say I like them very much sometimes, but I love them. I'll see you